Good evening, Palmetto Boys State. This is Luke Hancock.
And I'm Blake Gringer.
And tonight we have some very special guests that are going to join us a little bit later. Tonight we have both the Federalist and the Nationalist Party platform chairman.
That is awesome, Luke. These guys have fought hard for their positions and put in a great deal of effort. It is our honor to have them with us here today.
Well, until then, how about we take a look at our weather forecast? Over to you, Ward.
Thanks, Luke, and good evening, Palmetto Boys State. This is Ward Wilson reporting live for the last time from the WPBS Weather Center. So as you can see, I'm sunburned. I've got a farmer's tan, I've got a watch tan, and I've even got a lanyard burn. So as you can see, sunscreen is very important. But the good thing is that we won't have to worry about that tomorrow, because the forecast for Columbia is cloudy, but boy will they be hot. I mean, the weather will be hot. Once in Columbia, the skies will be partly sunny, or should I say partly cloudy, because you won't have to worry about the deadly ultraviolet rays of the sun. So we're gonna start off the day. Once we get to Columbia, it'll be partly cloudy with around 84 degrees. The temperature will continue to rise. And then once we get into the later half of the day, we'll have cloudy skies, and it will be hot outside. So as we finish up lunch at the Capitol and get the Snapchats of Girl State citizens, we'll load the buses and leave just before the rain hits. And there might be some possible showers, so you might want to consider bringing a poncho. I actually got one right here. I'm going to go ahead and throw it on right now. I guess I should have chosen a color different than green, wouldn't you say? Thank you all for joining me for our last weather segment of this week. This is Ward Wilson signing off.
Wow, Blake, he just disappeared. But Blake, do you think that chance of precipitation will dampen the mood in Columbia tomorrow?
No way, Luke. I'll be there to keep the ladies dry and the spirits high.
You just have an umbrella with you?
Yeah, I got it from your sister.
Okay, enough of this, Blake. Now, let's move on to the prestigious honor that is All Marine City. Let's throw it out to Luke, live from today's retreat. Thanks, Luke. I'm out here live from our last retreat of the week. I'm eagerly awaiting, as we all are, the announcement of who's going to win All Marine City and get to lead us down the street of Columbia. Now, we're just starting our awards, but pretty soon they're going to tell us who won. Here we go. And it's official. Kiwi is our next 2018 PBS All Marine City. Look at them go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and back to you, Luke, in the studio. Thanks, Luke. Congratulations to Kiwi, who gave it their all during Boys State. I know we both look forward to them leading us down Main Street in Columbia tomorrow, and you should too.
For sure, Luke. Speaking of giving it their all, let's check out our Sports Week recap with Tyler.
Hi, this is Tyler Kane from PBS Sports at Izzy Dizzy Day. Today we're my man Naveed. This man was a monster out there spinning circles around the competition. There he's a member of Can I get some thoughts about the race?
Well, I thought we would lose. I didn't think we were going to actually win.
That's crazy.
I fell at the last minute anyways.
You fell at the beginning before you were dizzy.
I know.
So how did it feel that you knew that you could fall and do whatever and still catch a dove?
I didn't know I could.
Hey, any thoughts from Tagaloo?
We're the best city, baby!
And just an FYI, anybody that watched me do the dizzy bat, yeah, that fall really did hurt, guys. Like here, all here.
Shout out to my man Cletus.
Yeah,
Shout out to Cletus. It was his birthday yesterday.
Well, today I'm at Izzy Dizzy Day, and I was trying to watch the sports, and I see these guys in the background all doing this. It looks like a Jesus pose, like they're on a cross. What is this pose?
This is actually a T-pose.
A T pose. Why are you doing it?
Well, a T-pose, if you all have to know, is a reference model for any 3D video game.
Like Pac-Man? What kind of video game is this?
Power Rangers. Here, we'll give you an example.
Okay. The time is Brian.
Morphin' time! Beep, 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 beep.
Wow, well, this is pretty cool. So what kind of influence do you think that this T-pose has had?
I think this T-pose has had a massive influence because everybody does it every time they see me. Even when they don't see me, they do it. Now, let me tell you how this all started. Tuesday night, they were announcing who corner was for Rutledge County. Shout out to my county. When they announced that I was corner, I got up and did a T-pose for the rest of the night. Once everybody started noticing that I did a T-pose, they were like, hey, let's do it too. And that's how this all started.
Wow, well, you seem to be a really influential leader, and I'm glad that you're at the spot of corner.
I am.
Well, I'm glad that you won corner, and thank you for coming out and telling me about your T-pose.
Thank you.
Savannah for life. Savannah forever. Sports out.
Savannah for life.
Thank you, Tyler, for your dedication to WPBS this week. It's been an honor working beside you.
So this week, our cities have gone above and beyond, both in spirit and getting hyped. So how about we check out what they've been up to, Blake?
You're right, Luke. Let's roll the PBS 60 Top 3.
Hi, I'm Javon Scott, and I'm your field reporter coming to you live on the field. Today, we're just going to showcase some of our top PBS 60 events. First, we're going to start off with a video from PD City, showcasing some events that happened on day 5.
About time for anyone telling you off for all your deeds. No sign the roaring thunder stopped and cold the reed. No time! Get mine and make no excuses, waste of precious breath. No time! The sun shines on everyone, love yourself to death. So you gotta fire up, you gotta let go. You never be loved till you make your own. You gotta face up, you gotta get yours. You never know the game till you get too low.
Next up, we have a video from Catawba City, whoop whoop, that's where I'm from, where we have some alternative dancing going on.
Hey, you want a campaign real quick?
Hey, vote Hunter Hanks, Commissioner of Agriculture.
I think I got him beat. We'll get him some rhythm lessons later. Now next, we have a great video from Waccamaw.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system. May God be with you all.
iced out. Walk a flock of flames, stay out my lane because I'm going out. Hit them with a bottle, stomping, lights out. Hands on deck, make a pull a troop out. Rolling this year, I ain't gon' stop until I foul out. Wild out, wild out. Gonna, wild out.
Thank you to all of you who sent in your phenomenal submissions, and I'd just like to say thank you for letting me be a part of your WPBS broadcast. Back to you guys at the studio.
All right, guys, as Javon said, they're great videos. Go check them out on Palmetto Boys State's Twitter for all the videos this week.
Now for that moment we've all been waiting for since the show began. Those exclusive interviews I promised from the Nationalist and Federalist Party Platform Chairman.
You're right, Luke. Let's cut it over to Jacob Dozler.
Thank you, Blake. And hello, Palmetto Boys State. I'm standing here with our Party Platform Chairman. I'm going to start off by introducing the Nationalist candidate.
I'm Kenneth Verostegui.
And now our Federalist candidate.
John Acker.
So I have a similar rules to our debate earlier today. Each of you will get 1 minute to answer the question. We will not have rebuttals this time. I'll ask 2 questions to each of you. So I'm going to start off with our Nationalist candidate. I want to ask you about the party platform for the Nationalists. What are some of the main issues we need to be looking at for the Nationalist Party?
So this year, the Nationalist Party has decided to focus on 3 main issues: education, poverty, and infrastructure. There are so many intelligent and talented people that have passed through South Carolina's education system that are now penniless. Which brings us to our second point, poverty. 1/5 of the state's population is currently living in poverty, and this is due in part to a failing education system and breaking down infrastructure, and we will work tirelessly to resolve this. Lastly, we will work to improve our infrastructure through a 2% raise in our gas tax. But don't worry, because that only equates to roughly 4 cents per gallon.
Thank you. Now, I want to turn over to the Federalist candidate. I'm going to ask you a similar question. I want to know what are the core values when it comes to the Federalist Party platform.
Thank you. That's such a great question. Our core values are 3 simple values that I think every single Boys State citizen has: courage, integrity, and the willingness to do the right thing. Courage. That's tied into our education plan. We had the courage to say that South Carolina's education plan is broken. When we believe the Nationalists did the same thing. We feel that the education system does not provide our students the right education. And I believe that we should all go by that unwritten commandment, that we should give our children better than we give ourselves. Integrity. We have the integrity to say that the infrastructure is not right, that we have corrupt people in our DOT, and we need to fix that. And that brings me to my last point, the willingness to do the right thing. When it comes to business, it is so crucial that our state government does the right thing to keep big companies like Boeing, Michelin, BMW in South Carolina, providing that money for our lifeblood that keeps our citizens moving on.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you a follow-up question, actually. So the Nationalist Party have come forward and said that they're going to be legalizing recreational marijuana. Now, they're going to be taxing that as well. I want to ask you, as a Federalist, do you believe that's a real source of revenue? And what is your opinion on it?
That's such a great question. And I want to say to everyone in the room that when we were in the Federalist meeting thinking about our issues, the issue of marijuana did come up, and we spent a lot of time talking about it. We do believe that it would be a good revenue stream, but here's the problem with it. Legalizing recreational marijuana is too big a step for the state of South Carolina. We have barely legalized CBD oil for the use of seizure patients. I think, much like my Federalist Party colleagues, that we need to take our time getting there. Maybe start with medical marijuana, see how the taxes come from there, and see how that affects our citizens. If we were to legalize recreational marijuana tomorrow, we would see an influx of crime. And I believe that myself, along with the Nationalists, don't want to see that happen. I urge all South Carolinians and the members of each party to take a really big, think about it. Let's keep the drugs off our street and the crime out of our schools. Thank you.
Thank you, too. Now, for our last question, turn it back to the Nationalist candidate. With the issue of marijuana, how are the Nationalists going to use the tax to help better South Carolina?
Well, very simply, we will use it to fund educational improvements, including teacher pay raises and improving school security. Also, we would use a portion to improve internal infrastructure.
Well, that's all the questions we have today. I want to thank you both for coming here and explaining your party platform to Palmetto Boys State. Back to you, Luke.
Wow, that was fantastic, gentlemen. I know that I, for one, am super ecstatic to see our state represented by a Federalist. Dilly dilly.
Luke, you do this every time. You mispronounced it.
Mispronounced what?
You mispronounced it, okay? Follow me. Right foot forward a little bit. Squat down. We're going to do 2 claps, okay? You ready? Go Nats! Go Nats! All right, all right, all right.
But Nats is always wrong, so...
No, if you're wrong, man.
Well, how about this? We'll see how that argument goes down now in our 2018 joint political rally, live from Henderson Auditorium in Anderson, South Carolina.
Please welcome yours and our PBS brother, Jamie Bennett.